Alright, I think we're live finally. Two. I think we're live. Yeah, 2 rounds have passed, but my stream thing decided to update now, so you just share. Alright, let me just share the stream link everywhere. Alright, yeah, 2 rounds have passed, but it is the stream is finally up. So hello everyone. Today I am playing blue-green Luffy. I won the first 2 rounds against Sengoku and Rosinante. So yeah, just let me share the stream links real quick. Yeah. All right. So let me just share my list real quick before the next round starts. There's like 10 more matches happening. Yeah. Sorry, it's late, guys. Sorry, I missed the first 2 matches. My streaming software decided to update itself when I want to stream today, and everything in my laptop also decided to just like screw itself over. So yeah, this is the list that I'm testing out right now. Um, for Goofy, I've been testing a lot of lists, just tweaking cards here and there. I think this is probably like my spiciest card in here is probably Brook, because I like Brook is not type locked at all for the character that it restands. It is leader locked to Straw Hat, which of course Luffy is, and so you can restand Boa, swing twice with Boa, right? And then of course there's restand event as well. Houndblaze just for the Enel and Teach matchups, but also when you're going for a game, you can just pay this, play this, restand the Dawn that you used for it, and you essentially got 3k power for free, right? Everything else is pretty standard, I think, but it is a new deck, so I will explain what it does. This is a low to the ground aggro deck. I'd say my build is a bit more mid-rangey. So what it does is every single turn you can just restand 2 Dawn for free, as long as you have at least one character on board. Because all of our characters except for Brook are impel down. We don't really care about if it is impel down or not, right? So we have this Luffy, and then these two, Das Bones and Bon Clay. They're like your weenies that you play really early on to draw cards, and then you attach 1 Dawn to them to swing, usually 6k, right? You can swing higher than that as well, but it's usually 6k swings. And then you have your swarm units with Ivankov and Buggy. So Ivankov cheats out one of those weenie bodies like Luffy, Das Bones, Bon Clay, but then Buggy cheats out one of these prisoners of Impel Down. So Buggy is a better swarm unit from what I've tested and seen. Being able to play 2 6k bodies is really nice compared to like a 4k body that plays out a weenie that does swing for 6, but you need to attach a Dawn. And Iva doesn't really do much when on board anyways. You have to attach a Dawn to swing with Iva for 5k, which feels kind of bad in this deck because every single time you attach a Dawn to something, it's a 6k swing instead. So Iva's not bad, but it's also not like the best card. I can see future lists like cutting down on Iva or like playing something else in this spot, but I think it's the best swarm card early game, and in some matchups, I think it's really good just to like swarm, and then like the 4K body sometimes is nice to like swing into a Nels chump bodies or something. And then the rest, the core card is Boa. I think Boa is probably like the strongest card in this entire deck. It's insane card. It's a 7/9 vanilla stat line that's unblockable, and that by itself is already good, but on play it also stuns something. So you like the tempo from this card is really strong. Being able to swing really big. If your opponent can't deal with it, it's a 9K that they have to counter every single turn. And even if your opponent deals with it, you already stunned something. And you can stun a blocker, you can stun a big threat that's coming to you next turn, etc., etc. I think there might be more Luffys getting played this set just because of this card. So who knows? Who knows? And then Brook is a game ender, but there's also the restand event. I really like the restand event in this list because I can then abuse Galdino with it. Galdino is a really good card that for 2 Dawn you play it and you attach 4 rested Dawn essentially. So you're doubling up the Dawn value from playing him. And the best use case for him is if you have a restand event, right? Let's say you want to restand event and you have Buggy and Prisoner on board, which is a very common occurrence. Like this isn't like a high roll or anything. If you play Buggy on curve into Prisoner, let's say, 2 turns later, you can go for game, play Galdino out, rest him, attach 2 Dawn to either Buggy or Impel down Prisoner, then use restand event, leader effect, restand 2 Dawn, Galdino effect, rest him again, attach 2 Dawn here and here, and so you have an 8K and a 10K swing. So I'm really liking this list right now. I think it's doing pretty well. I had Crocodile as well in this deck for a bit. Or let me just like pull up all the Impel down cards so I can talk about them. Impel. Okay. So I had 4-cost Croc in this deck for a bit. Up until yesterday, really. And I was going to play it today as well. I really like it because on 4 Dawn you can bounce one of these two and then replay them, and you're essentially like drawing another card. Or any turn after 4 Dawn, you can swing with them and then play him, bounce them, and now they're active again, and you also drew another card, so they stick on your board better. But it is a brick, and my friend was telling me how they don't really like the card in the deck. So I'm testing without Croc right now. I'm testing other options for that slot and just see how it is. And then the other card, like this is a card that I kind of want to test, Miss Olive, because theoretically speaking, you can swing with Daz or Bon, play Olive, bounce it, draw 2, trash 1, play them again, like leader effect, play them again, and you're essentially up like draw 3, trash 1, so you're up like 1 card, because draw 3, trash 1, and you're playing down Miss Olive, so I think that's +1 in hand, but you've essentially like filtered through your deck a lot. And also it's a 6K body, so it's a target for Galdino, and it also has counter. So it's a card that I kind of want to try out, but also it feels like tempo loss. I don't know. Then what other? I also had Rush Luffy, but Rush Luffy feels so mid in this deck. I don't know. Every time I play him, I lose. Is my experience of it, and that might be a skill issue. Like I might go back to Rush Luffy later on, but right now I'd rather just Boa and then like Brook or something like that. Like if I play Brook, restand something, and like I've basically rested the blocker anyways, because you don't really play this on curve or anything. So I don't know. Yeah, for sure. I think Miss Olive is kind of like a backup option. For sure. Like I don't know I don't know if I'm ever going to put it in the deck, but it's something that I've been considering ever since like I've put in Galdino in the deck just for a 6k body. Um, but yeah, but the other one I've seen some people play this Croc that freezes. I don't know if I'm a fan. It's a 6 right? And like 6k means that it's a Galdino target, which is nice. But like, and like in this deck, I guess it's a 6k. But I don't know if you really care about stunning that much. Like, I don't know what I would cut. I'm gonna test this later on and see how I like it. I think. But for now, yeah. And then Jinbei is another card that is also in my backup. So there's a good amount. Then depending on like how the meta shifts, I might add back in Rifle, but no, Rifle kind of mid from testing. If you can chain it, it's really funny though. But yeah, we're just waiting for the next round. But I can talk about my previous rounds. So, first round was Sengoku. They were able to search for their admirals really early on, but then I knew that they had like a good amount of bricks in hand because they were grabbing like, I think they grabbed like 2 Borsalinos, Sakazuki, Kuzan, all from searches. Um, so I was like, okay, I just swing like 6k, 6k, 6k. I just established like a board really quickly, right? And then once they actually played out all 3 admirals, I played out, or no, the turn before they played out the admirals, I played out this Galdino, and then the turn they played the admirals, I played out the Boa, swung with Galdino with this, with that, and then popped the Galdino, and I made everything except for the Borsalino unable to attack. And the reason why I did that is because I wanted them to like waste 2 Dawn essentially to restand Borsa, but in hindsight I probably should have just like stunned everything else anyways. And then the turn after that I just killed them with restand event. So yeah. And then the Rosie game was also just they went second and then they played Rosie Law on curve. I just played Boa, stunned the Rosie Law, swing out 6Ks. And then the next turn they played out another Rosie Law. Tried to clear my board, they couldn't, and then I just killed them with restand event. Yeah, Galdino is a safer freeze option, and I don't know if you need more. Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree with that. You need something to be rested for Croc, and Galdino also draws you cards. I think drawing 2 cards... I don't know if this is a controversial take, but I think having 2 less Dawn in cost and also drawing 2 cards is a lot more value than being a 6k blocker on field, is my opinion of it right now. And yeah, like, if you really don't want to stun too long, because I feel like you just want to close out game as fast as possible. I've been closing out games at like 9 Dawn turns, like 8 Dawn, 9 Dawn turns, or usually when I close out game because I just go so wide. Ping, 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 ping. Okay, restand event. Let's see if you can get out of it. Is kind of what I'm doing with this deck right now. Yeah. No, Boa is crazy good. Yeah. Are you talking about like the Boa leader or Boa card? like this boa, because I think it got some pretty nice support this set, because it got like the got like where's the like this blocker seems kind of nuts for it, because you're just like, oh, you're like a big leader, I'll just like keep life burning, you don't even really swing anymore, and then you just keep going over and over. Did it get anything else? I don't think it got anything in blue, right? But yeah, no, that blocker seems really good for it. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Nami matchup's just too hard for Boa. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's like you draw a card, you establish a blocker, and then you block with it so they don't, like, their swing doesn't go to life, and then they also take a life. Oh, right, yeah. The new teach. That's true, that's true. Totally forgot about. This card's kind of disgusting. No, because I've heard that BY Teach has been a bit underwhelming after people are testing. Like, it's not bad, but it's not as good as people thought it was gonna be. So I low key like forgot about most of the cards in the deck. I didn't even like switch to G like I switched to blue green because we were talking about it, right? And like I saw the ability to restand 2 Dawn and I was like, this seems very basic, but it also like there's been a precedent of leaders where an ability like this makes them extremely broken, right? Like, I guess the most common, or the most, gosh, I forget. Let me word this properly. The most similar, yeah, there we go. The most similar ability is probably the Smoker, and like Smoker wasn't really meta, but then like it's having 2 Dawn for free. You know, I played Smoker for a bit, and I was like, oh, this ability is actually really good. The problem with Smoker was that you couldn't really like you brick up so much, right? But then like you had green purple Luffy and like Mihawk and all that, and like those were really good because you just restood like green purple once you got the proper setup, just restood like 4 Dawn every single turn. And then like Mihawk restands 3 Dawn every single turn, and those effects have been really good. So when I was looking at this deck, I was like, oh, depending on the Impel Down characters, it would be really good. And then they revealed like these two, I think, and I got really on board, and I was like, okay. And then once this was revealed, I was like, oh yeah, no, this is it. And then I was testing Black Yellow Teach, and I was like, this is not it. I don't like the playstyle. Probably because I'm biased to Mono Black Teach, right? I'm a Mono Black Teach player. I just really like it. So, alright, let's see. I'm gonna check out the list really quickly. I'm probably not gonna play Boa, but it's good to know. Yeah. No, but what was really funny is that my friend was playing he was playing a list of 8-cost Moria without Thriller Bark targets as well, and people in my local circuit were kind of clowning on him about it, like, yo, this is so toxic, but come on now, are you really playing this? And now it's like it's goofy. It actually works because of 8-cost Teach. I'm surprised that, okay, I'm looking at the list right now. I'm surprised that like you only have 2 9-cost Boas. I guess it's too big, or like too slow. Is that why? You just play Teach. You spam Teach, Zoro, Borsa, and the rest is just Kuja Pirate package. Do you not just play the Kuja Pirate Searcher at this point, or do you think that's too slow? Because like there's so many Kuja Pirate targets, but I guess you don't need the Searcher. You just play everything out of life, and you have Marguerite already, anyways. Never mind. Yeah, you don't need one Cossignon when you have Marguerite and you draw every single trigger. Uh, oh, okay. I think pairings are up, so let me just double check real quick. Round 3. Alright, yeah, pairings are up. So I'm gonna hop back on and finally stream a match. 9 cost boa, you don't really need more than one. That's fair, that's fair. Yeah, because with Teach you can set up the triggers anyways. Because, yeah, you're burning with block. That makes sense. Alright, let's see. Okay, I need to test against this deck. I don't know if I take first from them or if I still just go second. I feel like I go second because them going first or second isn't as impactful as me going first or second, right? Because my second curve is a lot stronger than my going first curve. But their second and first curve are like quite similar. I think this is a keep because I have this into this next turn, right? Let's see. Boa is a good card, but it would brick up my hand a bit. I don't really need Iva though, so I think it's just Boa. But yeah, let's see how this goes, because I'm curious how this goes. I think I take this, and then they could like ramp, I guess, and swing with this. I guess they were swinging with Shura instead. Seven life, sure, whatever. That's fine. We play Iva here. And then let's see if we can top deck. Okay. Do I play out Galdino is a question. I feel like I do, and the reason why, and I'll play it out, because I have a lot of 2Ks in hand already, is one. But the other is to boost up this Luffy. So this is now a 5K, this is a 6K, so I'm just going to swing 5 here. And then I'm gonna swing 5, 6. And then if they swing with these, I can swing back with these two, and then swing these at face. So, yeah. Alright, nice. Seeing them counter with events. It's pretty nice, but yeah. If they don't swing at these, then like I just keep pinging 6s, which is really nice. I wish I had a buggy in hand. If I had a buggy in hand, it would be so nice right now, especially with this on board already. Yeah, you always just let the weenies go, especially if they're swinging a whole 5 at it. If they tap both ohms, then it's just 4 to ohm, 3 to ohm. If I were going first, 1 Dawn, they'd be at 2. They played now 2 things. 3 Dawn, they'd be at 2. Play out 1 or 2 things. Swing, right? And then I'd be at 5 here. And then they'd be at 6 play, and then next turn I'd be at 7, right? I think I'd be at 5 and they'd be at this turn, which would then mean I can boa. Wait, I might have chosen the wrong. I might have chosen the wrong turn order. I think Boa on curve is really strong. That's the same reason why you play first going to Rosie, as you can stun the first Rosie Law. Maybe that's the way? Okay, 2 into here. They could L4, I guess, is the worry here. I wonder if I counter this. If I counter this, then they either swing here or they swing here, and I just take. And I think that would make it awkward for them, which is nice for me. This is a nice play next turn, so I think it's. I kind of want to play these two next turn, right? So I think it's 2k 2k. If I counter out, which I do. I think it's okay. Yeah, I'm getting punished for it. Yeah, they're gonna L4 here. Yeah, I should have taken into account Shura, but I don't think I trigger it out. If I trigger it out, then they get it back to hand, which means they can attack or swing, play it out again. Could play this. Grab 2k. Play you out. Grab another 2k. Probably something like that was the ideal play, is what I figure. Wipe entire board, that's fine. I think my main mistake was probably countering out of that. Like, Luffy. Here I think I 2k 1k again. And then I play... At 8 Dawn... If I play Boa, I have 3 Dawn left. Right? So I think this is a 2k and a 1k with this. But this is really good. I think it's this. I don't know. I can't combo is the thing. But yeah, the nice thing about Iva is you can swing 4 there with Iva and then just stun one of the Anels. I could go 6-6. I think it's 5-6. Or this is a 4. Sorry, 5-5. I want 1 Dawn up at least for counter. I don't think I'm in a bad position per se, but I'm not really in a good one either. If I had Buggy Prisoner on board, I'd feel a lot better. But I think I had to play Boa, because if I Buggy Prisoner, Prisoner would die anyways. I think is what would happen. Okay. Gamma. Okay, they're gonna Gamma. Oh, they need like 1k more. But they probably have like a key 10 or something, right? Yeah. And then L4 my Boa. They're gonna lead effect swing 7. I'm just gonna use counter event. 6, I'm gonna 2k. Unless they swing at board, then I just don't do that. I think I counter this. I think I defend my board. Yeah. Incentivize them to swing there. Play you. I could play this. I definitely play this, but I think it's this first. Okay. If I play this, I play that. Houndblaze, bot deck this, plus 3 here. Attach, that's 7? 8. So 7, 8. Or 6, 6, 8. Could go... Because if I play this out... I don't know. I think it's always this. Right? I think it's 5 here. And then if I can survive one more turn, essentially, I can go for game, but I highly doubt I survive one more turn. I think they have a way to deal with this blocker, unless, how many key 10s have they used? 1, 2, they've used up 2, so they might, like, you never know. If they can key 10 Mamaragon, then I'm cooked. If they can Gamma L4, I'm also cooked. Okay, they're playing Frankie. Pudding. Vari, okay. $2K to 0, I think I have to let it go. I don't have the counter even if I wanted to. I might have been a bit too greedy countering out my board like that, but... yeah, they're gonna L4 the Daz. 5, counter 1. What can save me here? If I can top deck Brook, I guess. This is, hold up, let me calculate. This is 11, so they're gonna go 11, 11. Plus 3 makes this 11, so I would need like a 1K here if I wanted to survive, and I'd have to block. So I mean, I think I have to counter that. I don't like taking my chances here. But I think if I don't take this, then my chances of winning drop pretty low as well. No, I can't risk it. I can't risk it. Yeah, they already leader affected, so that's not going to do anything. But yeah. Alright, there's Brook. So I have 4 Dawn to use. I already restood. 7? 788. 788 is my math. Or I could go 5, I guess. 5, 10, 10. What's better? Okay, let's see here. If I go 5, 10, 10, that's 1k, 2k, 2k, 2k. 2k, 2k, 2k is what you need to get out of a 10, right? Yeah, so 6 plus 1, so 7. 7 plus 6, 13k. 13k versus 3k, 4k, 4k is 11. So I think it is 5, 6, yeah. 5, 10, 10. I think it's 5, 10, 10. They're probably gonna mama? Okay. I mean, I think they have enough, but I have to go for game. Okay, Mama Ragon. And then 2k, yeah. And then, yeah. GG. No, it was 5, 10, 10 because I had to top deck the Brook, right? So I top decked the Brook. Yeah, I already restood. If I didn't have to play the Bond Clay, then it would have been 5, 10, 12. But because I already, because I played the Bond already, it's 5, 10, 10. Even if it was 5, 10, 12 though, they had enough counter for 12 anyways. So yeah. I think this is definitely the matchup that I want to test the most. I haven't had the chance to play that like Enel at all with this deck, so I was really curious of how it would do against it. I think I just need to change the mindset. So I think let's see. Some lists leaned more into 7 warlords according to Sim. Yeah, first is probably better. Yeah, bow on curve is really good. But let me just take a look, see if I have do I have an Enel? That's a bit out of date. I think they play like 4 Reijus now or something like that. They don't play that anymore. Is it like 4 pinks? I know Gamma is like a 3 of now. Divine Departure, I guess, is what I'm missing here. Probably something like this, right? Let's say this. That seems correct enough. I want to test out the lines here. So if I'm Goofy going first, and then Penel going second, that's definitely a keep. I think that's a mall. I think you want your 1-drops in it now. 1 Dawn, play that. I think this is one of those Boa spam matchups. And the reason why is because I think, Enel is like very much a removal deck nowadays. And so you just want at least one of your Boas to stick. So yeah, if you're able to stick one of your Boas, then you're in a good spot. If I swing here, that would be 5-5, and then they swing here, and I play Iva. Or I could wait until later. I think I wait until later. I just swing 8 here. You probably take this as a no. if I lead effect, that would be Freedon, so there's nothing I can play here. I could use like these effects to draw. I don't think I need to yet. I could use that, but I don't think I need to yet. Guess I could just swing 7 here. I think I play this to cycle. Okay. Got punished a bit, but I think you lead effect, swing with Shura, 7k. I think I might be taking a bit too fast with an L2, but definitely this. And then swing 5 here. Always take that. This is a 5. I think I Mama. And then 6. I think 6 you can take here. Here it's 6 cost, I feel. I feel like it's always 6 cost unless you really need one of the other cards. So there's Gamma, there's Lightning Dragon. I don't think you need more than 2 Secret Anels. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think you need more than 2. So I think it's one of the events. I don't know if it's Gamma, though, or if it's Lightning Dragon. I think Lightning Dragons, or L4 seems really strong for this matchup specifically, so I'll try that out. That's like the card that I don't really want to see as goofy, right? I also want to play Pudding this turn, so I think I get rid of what do I get rid of here? Probably Keyten? No, I think Keyten's good because you need Gamma, Keyten, L4. I guess I could do one of the L4s, and like that seems weird, but and then I could go Lightning Dragon, freeze you, lead effects, attach, swing 6 at 6 here, -1 there, I guess. I should have swung 5 actually. It should be a 5 and then like 5 with lead, like 6 face and then 5 there. Something like that, right? So assume this is a 6. I counter with 2k. Then play out Pudding. I don't know anything about playing a null, guys, so bear with me here. I just want to test out lines. Yeah. I played, Sengoku, Rosie, Pinel. I won against Sengoku and Rosie, and then I lost against Pinel. Mainly because I don't know, like I haven't tested the Pinel matchup, so that's what I'm doing right now. I think you just rest that, swing 5 there, and then like I think 6, and then just play another 2 cost Loki. Do I start countering here as a no? Feel like I can afford 1 counter there. I could play this, but I think I want to do this, so I think it's this. grab... What do I grab with pink, though? Because I have everything that I need in hand. I think I can grab Lightning Dragon, actually. Right. Freeze that. And then it's... Gamma. Key 10. And then 4. Goofy ass shit. So it's like a 6. I could go 6-6 or 6-7. Haha, 6-7. I know. I think I go 6-6 here. I think I block 1k. And then 6-6, and then I play Ohm is what I think I do. Feel like I want to just stay at 2 life. Pass here. So that's frozen. Let's freeze their stuff in return. Swing 5 there. They let it go. Start with a 6. I think I take that. Another 6. I think Mama Ragon and a 1k. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3. I check how many Mama Ragons are in trash, right? There's 2 Mamas. So I think I just swing this. Right, 7. Do I departure here? Or do I just take? I feel like I don't have a way of dealing with Hancock next turn. Get rid of departure. Yeah, I think it's probably this. Yeah, no way of dealing with Hancock. I think I need to block her up. Here seems like the move. And I think it's Frankie because I want to filter. Probably get rid of the secret now, Loki. I don't see a world where it gets played anymore. Prisoner at this point. Key 10? I could go here. Right, and then pudding. Never punished, holy. Oh, I guess I could have ohmed as well, but it's fine. Gain max dawn. Attach it here. Swing 6 lead or 6 here. I think it's just push to lead. Counter 2. I'll take and then 6 again. I'll 2k. Hmm. And then would I be able to... They would be clearing board of that hand. That's fair. Yeah. Let's see if I can restart the turn. Nope, I can't. Yeah, because they could just swing into both Bon Clays, let them die. Or like, yeah. Yeah, probably not. Let me try again. My bad, my bad, my bad. I don't know. I don't know if Anel just like pushes for game that much, or if it's like you just clear board over and over. Is it always just clear board over and over? Let me try again. This is why I need to test into like an actual good Anel player, because I don't know how to pilot it properly. Going first, I think this is a fine hand. And that's a mull. I'll just pass here. Play out Satori. I feel like double Satori at that point. Here I'll play Bon. Effect. Play out Bon again. Swing 6. And then I think I take this. Lead effect. Oh, I should have sung with Satori's first. It's a scry. Yeah. See, I don't know what I'm doing. I think it's like, it's just 6/6. Place this on top. Like that. Here I'll take. Then 6. I think I counter. If I go, because I'm gonna go buggy prisoner next turn. I have like everything I need in my hand. I don't think I need to be taking life. So I think at this stage for the goofy player, I just ignore board. I can't really deal with this board anyways. So like I don't think I swing into the Satori. So 5 here. I think I counter 1 as a no. Then 6k, 6k. I think I take the first one. And then the second one, yeah, because I got a Mama Ragon here. Bring it's like that. That seems right. And then here I think I just do this. I need key 10. Right. Yeah, I think key 10. No, I have 2 ohms on field actually. I don't need key 10, but I think it's still good to have. Oh, hold up. Next pairings are up. Alright, I'm gonna cut this short. I'm gonna just ask a Panel player for practice because I don't know like the detailed lines, right? What the? Why don't I see my name? Oh, I'm right there. Alright, just give me 1 second, everyone. Yeah, I don't know. Anel is definitely like enemy number one that I need to practice against, so I need to just I need to get a lot of practice with it, but oh my god. Alright. Against another Rosie. So I take first from Rosie. What I've gathered from practice. Alright, so I already have a buggy in hand, and you only really play one buggy every game, so I think it's this. Then lead effect, pass. Alright, there's the prisoner. That lead effect. I'll swing 5, and I'll swing another. So they used 2 Mamaragons there. Yeah. That feels bad. that feels bad. Basically just allowed them to cycle, but I'll take this, and then yeah, this turn I'm going to buggy into prisoner, restand 2 Dawn, swing 6, and then swing another 6. Okay, that's their 3rd Mamaragon. That's like... Do they even run 4? They probably run 4, but... no. Blocker. If there was only one Rosie, I would block. But yeah, the reason why you go first is because now we're gonna play their Rosie Law, right? They play Rosie Law, I play Boa. Six, I'll take. Or actually, I'll counter. I want to incentivize swinging with this law. Alright, there we go. Fell for the bait. They fell for the bait. Because now we can do this. Right, swing 6 here, and then swing 7. I could even swing 8. Right, bottom deck one of these, but I don't need to anymore. And then the goofy thing is, next turn I could I could threaten lethal. I mean, I don't know. Like 9 cards in hand though. So there's a bit too many cards in hand. But I could still get really threatening lethal wise. Yeah, they run the secret law, the 8 cost 6k, so I think they're playing it this turn. You know, I think they swing 7 here, Dawn -1, and then play out the secret law heal. Okay. They hand ripped 1 cost Luffy and restand. They shouldn't have swung first then. That was risky for them. If they were gonna hand rip, they should hand rip like right away. Because I could have counted 2k there. Here I think I 2k. Right. So I always play this. Now the question is, do I actually threaten lethal? I think I always play the Daz, either to fill board or to set up board later on, right? If I want to threaten lethal, I play this, then restand 2 Dawn, right? Swing 5, 6, 8, 9. So 5, 6, 8, 9. 9 would have to be 3 cards, no matter what. I don't think I threaten lethal, so I think it's, well, let's ping first and see what happens, right? We can go with a 5, 6, 9 first, because I'm always going to swing 5, 6, 9. Okay. Do I swing 8? With Dad, or with Galdino, I can play Galdino, restand 2 Dawn, attach 2 here, 8. That's 2 cards. Or even 1 card, if they have I Love You, right? And then 3 cards, and then I have to get rid of 2 life and 1 blocker as well. I think I ping 6. Yeah? Can I survive next turn? Actually, is another question. I don't think I do. So this might be a bit weird, but I think this is the best line. And then restand event. Swing 5, 8, 9, 10, and then just kind of pray, I guess. This doesn't feel good. I would want to stabilize a bit more, but there was no way to stabilize, I feel like. Because I can't get rid of their board, right? Because of their leader effect. And I didn't have any way to... If I played Bond instead, I guess it depends on what this card is. But I think it was kind of risky to do that. Crazy how the moment I start stream, I start like punting games. If they counter out of this, I could just leave this up, I guess. They're thinking. I think I think I know what's going on in their head. I think they're thinking, should I counter this or should I not? um, yeah. If I had one more swing, right? Like if this was a swinger, yeah. I think I swing. I think I swing here no matter what. There's no way I live next turn. So I'd rather like gamble on them being bricked rather than them not being able to close out game this turn. Because yeah, there's like no way. I wonder if that was exact counter though. Let's take a look at their hand after this. That was exact counter. That was exact counter. Yeah. I think they had the counter for Boa, and they were thinking of gambling with last life. That was why they had that pause. But if I were to play Bon Clay instead of Galdino, I would top deck this Boa. I would then be able to play the Boa and then freeze one of these guys. But I think I still lose in that case. Because I would have what? I would have 2k, 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 3k event, 1k, and then this. And then this blocker. Actually, hold up. What would their math be if I had that? So they have 9 Dawn. They could swing 7, 7, 9, 9, and still have. That was 5 Dawn. So they'd still have 4 Dawn left. So they could go 8, 8, or 9, 9, 9, 9. 9, 9, 9, 9, I would go. Take first, take second, I guess. Block counter. I would have had enough counter actually for a ping of 9s. Yeah, I guess it was Galdino, but that was like, I don't know if that was smart Galdino there, because like I think if I Galdino'd there, or not Galdino, sorry, if I played Bon instead of Galdino, I think I would have won. But then it's like, how would I know that it was a Boa there? I guess maybe gambling might be a bit better than rushed lethal, though. I think them having 3 Mama Ragons that early was really good for them. And then, yeah, but I mean, like, other than that, I think it was just I rushed lethal a bit too much. I think I need to slow down a bit. If I was, yeah, because if I played Bon there, I would top deck a Boa, and I'd be able to play Boa over, let's say, Daz. I'd play it over Daz, freeze one of them, swing, 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 swing. I don't think they would have killed the Law, like the 5k Law, actually. Oh, I don't know. There's too many factors to redo because it's a sim game. I swear I was doing good before I started the stream, guys. Yeah, I don't know. Is there a world where you just leave your stuff standing? Yeah. That's what I thought. to... I think if the game extends, if the game extends too much, then Goofy just loses. So maybe I let it extend a bit too much, but I don't know. The board state, my board state was just kind of cooked. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. So, how many more matches are there? Who's playing Red Purple Luffy in standard queue? I'm gonna go back to testing out Nell. I really need to nail that matchup. If there's any matchup that I need to nail, it's a Nell. I think I really need Boa in this matchup. Is it 5-5 here or just 8? Next turn I buggy Impel, so I think it's just 8. Six, 7. I think I start countering earlier in this matchup to Sorry if I'm quiet. I'm just trying to speed run. I think it's Gamma. Yeah. That Gamma Key 10 L4 combo just feels so rough. I think it's Ohm. I think it's Ohm. I think I block. Is that weird to block like that? Yeah, actually that's heavily punishable. Yeah, no, I shouldn't have blocked. Because then you just Lightning Dragon like that. The thing is, do I L4 here? I think I save L4 for the Boa. So I go lead effect. Maybe I shouldn't have pitched the Ohm, because I think if I play Ohm here, that would be nice. But yeah, Played Boa out. I think I have to though. I think I have to clear board like that. Play Reiju here, I think. Reiju, Gamma, Key 10, and then 4. And then lead effects. I only have 1 attack, but I should have done this as well. Six at buggy or 6 at life? I think it's 6 at life here. As the Luffy player, I take and then play Satori. And then here I go like this again. Five, I counter 1. Should have actually. I think I did that wrong. I think with Boa, I make Reiju unable to rest, and then I play Galdino. So I'm gonna assume that Reiju cannot be rested here instead. Swing 6. I think at this stage, I think I take. That's fine to take, and then I play this. Yeah, so it's like Anel can't attack and Reiju cannot rest. Oh, round 5 is up. Alright, let's see here. They always got me streaming. I'm gonna take it slow this game, guys. I'm gonna take it as slow as I can, you know? Just like chill out, relax, think out my lines. Yeah, let me just share screen here and then make a lobby. I might stop doing Chinoize after this. I don't really like grinding out games on Sim anymore, is what I've noticed. Like, I love playing in person, and I'd much rather do that than Sim. But this is pretty good practice for regionals and stuff, right? So Alright. Shanks. Okay. I've been going against like a very surprising amount of Shanks lately. There's so many people who are playing Shanks. I think this is a mull. I think this is a... yeah. My E key is not working right now. This has happened multiple times. I think it's time for me to get a laptop, like a new laptop. I have a job now, so I have like a budget. And I think a laptop is like essential spending for me at least because I use it for everything. So pass, yeah. I'm fine with missing weenies in the Shanks matchup because the weenies don't really do much anyways. But yeah, okay, so no 2 cost or less, that's fine. Next turn I buggy prisoner, the turn after I boa, so I grab the boa here. Can't even type anymore. The only 2k I have is prisoner if I take this. And then I top deck a prisoner anyways. That's funny. There's my weenie. Okay. Restand 2 done. So attach 1 here becomes a 5. Attach 1 here becomes a 5. So start with 6. Could go 5, play bond, this becomes a 6. As well. Go, it's gonna be 5-5-6. Lead effect, block, take. I think I'd rather just do this, really. 6. If they like lead effect block this, then I go 5-5. If they don't, yeah. Oh no. If they don't do that, then I bond, I think is what I do. Alright, lead effect block, so this is gonna be a 5-5. Alright. That's a lot of cards from hand. That's good. That means when I go restand shenanigans, they can't do as much. I want shenanigans. Like, if possible, I want to kill them before they get to 10 done. So, it's a pressure game. Okay. No blocker. I could go buggy again next turn, but I think it's better for me to boa. I think it's boa Galdino. This becomes unrestable, I think. Boa, or not boa Galdino, sorry. Boa Bon is what I meant. Let's go 6 here. I should have sung 6 lead after, before I have sung 6 with prisoner. Yeah, because if I sung 6 with lead, I wouldn't have done this prisoner swing. Yeah. turn Fret and Lethal? Or this turn Boa? It depends on what they do here. It depends on what they do. I think if I wanted Fret and Lethal, that's a bit too hasty. They have 7 cards in hand. 1k counter here, 2k counter here, and they're a 7k leader. Yeah, I don't think it's a go for game manual. Probably should have saved Buggy, but it's fine. And here I take. I assume they pass here. Swing 9. Eight. Could swing 9 here as well. But I think it's... If I double Hound Blaze, what happens? 1, 2... I kind of want to leave 1 Dawn up at least, but I think Hound Blaze is nice. In this scenario, right? Could swing 8 or 9 here. I think it's 8. If they leader ability, then I swing 7 here. I could double Hound Blaze, and they would have... Yeah, double Hound Blaze. Double Hound Blaze in this case. Because their rush options, they can vector, right? So they have 4 Dawn. So it could be like 7, 9, 12. Wait, did I goof? I might have goofed. Okay, I definitely got a counter where I can. Yeah, I goofed. But they might go for board. Because they don't know what's in my hand, right? But I did force them to go for... This is a position where they kind of have to go for a game. Okay. Phew! Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, because here it's... Four, and then this, I think. I'm pretty sure this is the correct play. 12, 14. 12, 14, unblockable. then if they get out of here,